Hey there. Excuse the echo in the room, but we're doing a little trim work in here. This is a small bedroom, and we're putting up some crown molding. The issue is we have these 135-degree angles. So normally when you're putting in crown molding, you have yourself some 90-degree angles, you cut at a 45. So the question is, when you have a 135-degree inside corner here, can you do coping? What angle do you cut at? So let's get over to the saw and I'll show you exactly what I do in a corner situation like this. So I've got this piece of crown molding here, and you'll have to check, every piece of crown molding is different. So this crown molding isn't set at a 45 and 45 degrees, which means that the angle at the bottom half, this is the bottom portion of the crown molding, and the top are at a different angle, which means when we line this up on the saw, we want to make sure that it's mimicking what the actual wall and ceiling are doing. So in this case, that's why I have it upside down. The bottom goes up here when we're going to make the cut. Reason being that this is the same as the wall and this is the ceiling. So essentially we have it upside down as we make the cut. Now, the trick to getting the 135-degree angle on the inside corner is, instead of cutting at 45 to do our cope, we're going to cut at a 22.5-degree angle. So we've got the saw set to 22.5. We've got the coping upside down here coming in at the angle we want. We just have to get this lined up. We've got that lined up and secured. So all we have to do now is make the cut, and then we can take it and we can do our coping cut. Okay, we're all set to get this cope now. So I like to do my copes with an angle grinder and a sanding pad. And this can get a bit messy, so I brought the piece of crown molding that we just made the cut on outside just for the sawdust. So what we're going to do is we're going to cope this angle, and then we can bring it upstairs and fit it inside the corner. Now that I've got this coped, what I like to do is flip it over and take the backside off a little more at a more aggressive angle. So that's going to be one of the major differences, coping this 22.5-degree angle for the 135 inside corner versus the 45-degree for a 90-degree inside corner, is that the angle that it comes in at is a little more aggressive, and therefore the backside where we take off the cope has to be taken off a little more. So I'm going to flip this over, take a little more off the backside, and we should be ready to fit. So we're back in the bedroom at our inside angle here, and this is actually a test piece that I cut. I like to use this as I'm going around. I might cut different angles or miters on it and test fit just to make sure that the angles on the room are correct, and that when I make the cuts on the pieces that I'm actually going to use, that everything's going to work out. And so this corner actually is exactly like we just cut. It's a 135. There aren't any aberrations. The ceiling isn't off or anything like that. So cut this at the 22.5 like I demonstrated earlier, made my cope. And so that's why there's a couple little chips in here. I've been banging this thing around in a couple different rooms. But we'll fit this up there and we'll see how it works. And as you can see, even on these 135-degree angles, we can still get a nice cope, we can get a perfect fit, and we can get that nice miter line.